game. It's that CSZ game. They said pull up, so I came. You better put some respect on their name. Yeah, 55, what's goody? Kill the vibe, how could it? Big Cardinal on the hoodie. Let me break it down for you fully. This ain't your average broadcast. This ain't just no podcast. The mother shows spread fake news. We just call them broadcast. West, Joey, Sam, Shawn, Dr. And you know that boy Higgy. He said he don't want no small fries. Tell them they better make them biggie. Yeah, you already know what we be on. We got the crown, we hold the throne. We throw the mails and you take them home. When they ring the bells, you know that it's home. The bar set, we setting the tone. If we set it, then set it in stone. Sit in the streets, set up your phone. You in the Cardinal sports zone.
We are coming to you live from a different area tonight. I'm upstairs in the office. Had some issues downstairs. However, so we're coming to you live from the Triple C Studios, the Collision Course Crew Studios North. This is the Cardinal Sports Zone Podcast. I'm your host, Jeremy Wallman. Today we are here with the inverted Joe Wallman.
How am I inverted? What's wrong? Oh, the background? Yeah, I don't know.
And we are here.
They know it says Cardinal Sports Zone.
The best Shawn's ever looked. It's because he's coming to us from audio only. He's been a little under the weather. Shawn Barber.
How's it going, everybody?
You sound like you look, bro.
Listen, here's the thing.
Man.
We actually hooked Shawn up with a girl, and she gave him COVID. So that's his luck. He probably won't be dating anymore. Another 40 year, he's going to date again when he's 86. And it is what I'm just kidding. A girl y'all know a girl didn't give him COVID. You got to touch a girl to get COVID. What's up, Justin? What's up, Wes? What's up, JB? What's up, Aaron? Aaron is at the park playing basketball and watching the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast. JB says, "What's up, 55? Been a minute." Yeah, and we're gonna be coming to you live every Friday night at 7 from now on. I have some other things I got to do Thursday nights. I got to be at OVW to support my people, and you never know when you'll hear from me. They talk about me every week I'm there. I love it. You know me. Shout out to our guy Wes Brocky, father of the star of Netflix's smash hit Wrestlers. He's the dad of Lil Gracie, the one that talks crap to all the wrestlers. It's awesome. So shout out for him to supporting us. And everybody else. Wes Keith said a lot of good vibes in the Ville right now. Absolutely. Listen, don't forget, they already know it, but the Fitness Market chat line is open. If you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or however, send us your questions on social media. We'll answer them for you. Check on the graphic to see how you can follow the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast on social media right here underneath Joey.
What's up, Garrett? Sorry.
Underneath me, you can find out how you can support the podcast monetarily. And guess what, guys? We're taking it to a whole new level. We have got promo videos, and there's a gentleman that's going to tell you what you need to do on social media. You like and subscribe today for exclusive notifications for when we go live on all social media platforms. That guy's smooth. That was awesome. Did you see that, Shawn?
Yeah, it was nice.
I've got more where that's coming from, including an awesome ending to the show. So you're going to want to not only the fire outro, as Yoda says, we got a fire outro video too. So stay to the very, very end. Tonight you're going to hear from our guy Keith Kelsey. He joins the show. We're going to talk about the game that was NC State. Not going to spend a whole lot of time on it. We're going to talk about the game that is Notre Dame. Our football beat writer Sam Bazin will join us at 7:30 to talk about the upcoming game with us. Shawn's joining us now at the top of the hour. He's going to talk about an exciting addition that if you've been following the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast, you've known what's happening for a while. If you hadn't, like our guy Baxley RJR or whatever, I forgot the Twitter name. You'll have to forgive me. He wasn't so sure about Jeremy Wallman. No, I'm just kidding. He knew. So, we're going to have a great time tonight. What else? Oh, yeah. Again, I've been in the lab making some promo videos for us, so you'll see those throughout the show. Give us some ideas on other stuff to do. We may even get Shawn like a Titantron entrance video. So when I'm like Shawn Barber, and then it's just like his face in different weird. We'll get Mason to do it for us.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Garrett's gonna get that griddle going tomorrow, man. I can't wait to get up there. It's gonna be I think it's just gonna be me and Wes coming up tomorrow. I know everybody else has kind of been under the weather, but we're gonna have a good time, and we got some good guests for you. I'm not gonna spoil all the guests, but I will tell you that the world famous G-Fed, the guy that goes around to all the stadiums and gets in and takes videos from different stadiums. He'll be on the show with us tomorrow. We'll have somebody from the Netflix smash hit Wrestlers will be there. There's Mason in the chat. Yeah. Joey, what's a to-go box for the griddle tomorrow? Justin McCord says, what's good, family? I'm amped up for tomorrow. Look, we're going to have a good time. Mason said, yeah. Hopefully we can still get the crew to look. We are 5-0 this year with some combination of Shawn, Joey, and Mason are at the house watching the game. So hopefully everybody's feeling better by tomorrow night. I'll wear a mask. That's how dedicated I am. I don't care. Whatever. Bring whatever you want to in the house. I'll be masked up. Everybody will be protected. And let's get this W tomorrow night. Let's see. Matter of fact, I forgot to say this earlier, but make sure while you're here, hit the thumbs up button on YouTube while you're here. Make sure you are and make sure if y'all can, and a lot of y'all have tonight. Oh, Higgy's watching. We don't have any snacks, Higgy. Tom Jeffries, what's up, guys? We appreciate you.
What's up, PJ?
In the building. Wes Key says, I'm recovered. I'll be there. I can't wait for y'all to be there. Can't wait to have a good time. We're going to be, Wes is going to be patrolling the crowd with our new, I'm trying to figure out, with our new 4-pegs mobile microphone. He'll be asking for predictions from the crowd. See, I come up with stuff on the fly. That's how good I am. The 4-pegs mobile mic. But yeah, make sure that if you can, just it's real easy to create a YouTube account. We will make more revenue from you all watching on YouTube than we will from anywhere else. So if you don't mind, do that. Watch us there. It's awesome. Again, thank you for joining us on Friday night at 7 o'clock. It's our new time going forward. We'll lead you right into WWE Friday Night SmackDown, even though we're not an affiliate and they're not a sponsor. We'll still promote them because those are our dudes.
We are co-owners, though.
We are co-owners. We both have together we have shares in the company.
Yeah. So it does kind of go together. We're promoting our brand.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Justin McCord. I think shout out. I know you get another shout out though. It just flicked on my screen that you're watching now, which you've been watching the whole time. I cannot stress enough. Tomorrow, collision course, crew, tailgate. Garrett, if you would give the details in the chat line for me, I should have had that, but I had a crisis about 30 minutes before the show started. I couldn't find some stuff I needed for tonight, and I went into full panic mode. So, Garrett, if you don't mind looking that up for me, not looking it up. If you don't mind typing it up, put it in the chat. Also on CardinalSportsZone.com later tonight or tomorrow morning, you will see the full visitor list. Our guy, 502 Sports Center. I don't know if he wants us to tell his government name, but we'll be getting that. I did send him the list. He'll be typing it up, putting it out there for us. We'll get a story together. Aaron Walker wants to know how many butts are actually in the seats tomorrow. Rough guess. Okay, we'll talk about that, and I'll put a pin in that for later. So it's going to be a good time. Garrett is going to be serving up food the whole time. There will be live music, a lot of water, sodas, and other beverages to enjoy. Come on out, party with us, have a good time. It's going to be awesome. And yeah, that's the pre. We got all the pre-show business out of the way, guys. We finally got Tyler Johnson. Shawn, how bricked are you right now?
My God. Okay.
Hi, Robin.
Tyler Johnson.
24.
We needed him, but regardless of what we were saying, we knew we needed him to be a backup, to come in to be Sky Clark's probably primary backup, more than likely. You might see a little bit of Coron or a mix of other guys, but really Tyler was brought in to be his primary backup, and now you have him all season. He's a playmaker and a scorer. He's a true point guard too. He's not really a combo guard. He averaged 14 points and 5 assists a game in high school, and those are really good numbers. And having that coming off the bench, and that's just an amazing thing to have. He can shoot a little bit, but he's great on the drive and the kick, which Kenny Payne's offense is kind of predicated on that. So I think that immediately ups our win total probability, I think, to somewhere in the 20 to 22 range. I think the NCAA tournament is almost a lock, just as long as everybody else stays healthy and progresses as I think they will. NCAA tournament, I think, is a lock now.
Shawn has become the man we can't see. I'm trying something different, y'all. So bear with me for a second. All right, just with the visual. No, I don't like it like that. Let's do it like this. Hey, look,
I'm so small.
You're back to being you.
I just put the details in there. I don't know if Garrett's still with us in the chat, so
that's fine. And I pulled it up on my phone as well. But Joey's got it 27:45 Crittenton Drive. It opens at 11 a.m. It is $20 to park. So car pull up there, or park at the restaurant, grab you something to grab you a water, and then walk over to the tailgate. It is what it is. Oh, look, there we go. Garrett's got it in there.
There you go. Sorry, Garrett.
It is behind the El Nopal on Crittenton Drive. Chili, hot dogs, brats, wings on the menu. Bring a side or leave a small donation. They will have a live DJ. The game will be televised. So if for some reason you haven't got a ticket, and I don't know why you wouldn't have got a ticket, and you don't have other plans, you can watch the game at the Collision Course Crew tailgate. So that's awesome. Why aren't you all on it?
So hold on. Shawn's name right now is Shawn Cena.
Shawn Cena.
Oh.
Wait a minute. Is anybody? I don't think so. No.
What?
Shawn Thomas just sent me a message saying we weren't on YouTube right now. We are.
I'm watching you on YouTube. I've got it pulled up on YouTube so I can see the comments.
We are.
Yeah, because all the comments are coming from YouTube.
Yeah.
So okay, and I was like, we got to be, because all the comments so far have come from YouTube. None of them have come from
the Book of Faces.
The Book of Faces. Yeah, I mean, we are. We're on YouTube, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Watching it.
Oh God. Oh, that's.
Louisville Rob in the building. What's good? No.
Gary said, as in, hasn't seen a naked woman laugh.
That's true. That's true.
Garrett with the zinger. Got him.
I'm just going to go ahead and I appreciate the concern, Shawn. You are disrupting a live broadcast, making me think something is wrong. Yes, we are. LOL. Okay, maybe you're not following the right. Maybe you're not following the correct. We do have two, and
he's here.
Absolutely. Look, bring Brock. I just got a summons from Brock Brom home, and if you all know, I'm going to listen to the man. Can you please mention Card March on the pod? We're trying to make this a record. See y'all tomorrow at 5 p.m. And that's absolutely why we are doing our show at the time we're doing it, 3:30. So you can come by the show, then hit it. Absolutely, BBH. I appreciate you blessing us by watching and check it out. Absolutely. I got to put that on probably for the rest of the show. That one was good. Shawn Cena, hey, I found you all. I don't know why. You're funny. Okay, good. Glad you can find us. We want to make sure everybody can find us. All right, Shawn, so back to what we were talking about. Can you kind of tell everybody what kind of a player, I know you summarized it a little bit, but what kind of a player is Tyler John? And it's stop saying Coron and Tyler like you have issues talking. It's Tyler, like Tyler, only it's spelled differently. And it's Coron, like
Coron. Easy.
Coron and Tyler. Got it. Coron and Tyler.
What kind of a player is Tyler, Shawn?
Tyler is he's a true point guard. He's not. Some people might call him a combo guard. They're going to say, oh, he scored like 14, 15 points in high school game. But when you look at his assist numbers are all like 5 to about 6 assists a game. So he is, to me, a point guard first. He's going to run the offense. He's going to look to drive and kick rather than drive to score. His shot's pretty good. It's not the best shot. I think he only shot like 27% from three, but that was mainly because he was shooting from fairly deep a lot. Now, defensively is where he's going to struggle a little bit early on, I think. And that's where I think his minutes might be a little limited because defensively he does, like any freshman, he gets lost sometimes on defense. He gets caught ball watching rather than actually staying with his man. Overall, though, as a player, he's going to come in and provide instant offense, and he should be able to guide the team if you have Sky Clark in foul trouble for some reason. I would be pretty comfortable with him coming in and providing significant minutes to guide the team until Sky can come in and hopefully finish off the team we're facing. But, yeah, he's a good shooter. I think even better shooter than what his percentages showed in high school. But he's just a really good point guard, a guy who can get in the lane, get his shot up, and can dish the ball to bigs underneath and guys on the wing.
All right, that guy Mason says Shawn's got that Cena 19 virus.
Oh,
Lonnie says tell Higgy to shut up, which is we're blessed to not have Higgy here tonight. And Cashmere says, "What's up, Card family?" I don't know what the confusion was. We do have an old Cardinal Sports Zone account, which has all of our. That's from before and during we were on 93.9. After we got off 93.9, we started a new one. That's what this one is. You've been seeing our video probably, unless you've been under a rock, for the last couple of weeks of Inner Sandman that was shot by the incomparable Steve Rummage. There's nothing that kid can't do other than stick me with a check. But I digress. Mason's on fire tonight.
Yeah, he's rolling.
He's rolling. Shawn, does the addition of Tyler, does that do anything for your season expectations? Like, where were you pre-Tyler? And I know you've known for a while because I've told you 6 months ago that they felt really good this was going to get done. So where are you at as far as that's concerned?
To me, it immediately makes the NCAA tournament likely. I wasn't.
You said a lock earlier. Is it?
Yeah, lock.
Okay.
Lock. I said, yeah. I think it's pretty much an NCAA tournament. The only thing that I was thinking about, I said about 20 to 22 wins, and sometimes we're in that area there. It depends on the season because if there's a lot of people in that area, then you're kind of in the bubble. But I just don't see how I can't be on. I'm going to go lock again. You convinced me. You put me back on where I got to go lock because I just can't. As long as everybody stays healthy, that's the only thing that worries me is any injuries. As long as everybody's healthy, I don't see why you can't make the NCAA tournament.
Right, we're going to go ahead and bring in our football correspondent. He's joining us live from, well, I don't want to tell where he's at in case he's hiding from people, but live from the crib, it is Sam Bazin. Sam, what's good?
What's up? What's up?
He's like 30 foot from me.
Why didn't y'all just like record next to each other?
I don't know.
Joey, can you fix your camera a little bit? For some reason, it
Well, it's because you added Sam in.
I know. Well, I had to, Shawn.
Well, I don't know if I could. I'll have to.
It's like
very much I can do. I got a big ass head, dude. I can't do much.
I don't have the sound bite. Let me put Sam up here. Okay, now that's probably going to be better. There, I can't stand him. And Shawn Thomas wants us to mention he thinks that Tyler is just like Russ Smith's speed, but Steve's ability to see the court passing.
That's actually a good comparison.
So, what about you, Sam? What is the addition of Tyler done for you as far as your expectations of the season?
It gives me hope that we don't have to rely solely on Clark.
Okay. I'm noticing that we might have the same blanket in the background as well.
Yeah, I was looking at that too. I was like, oh. So
hold on, I got to put on my Peyton Siva Final Four ring real quick.
Hey Sam, did you see what Garrett said about Shawn?
no.
Look on.
We said he was like he was Shawn Cena now, and Garrett said, "Yeah, hasn't seen a naked woman live."
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Justin said a long time ago that Ty reminded him of Russ Smith. Okay. Wes Key says Tyler is the perfect spark plug for the team. Does real quick, and then we're gonna go to the interview with Keith Kelsey, and then we're gonna come back and do some football. But the addition of Tyler, where were your expectations win-loss wise pre-Tyler and post-Tyler?
Me?
Yeah, you're saying.
Sorry, I didn't hear you call a name. So I do think him with his energy, the way how he plays offense, and his potential defensively, I think he would add anywhere from 3 to 5 games in the win category. I'll say that about him because he has a way of uh, not only getting to the basket, but he can also get others involved as well. And I think he has so much potential defensively as long as he buys in. But I'd say anywhere from 3 to 5 games, he will help the Cards win this year.
We want to give some shout outs on the Four Pegs Facebook feed. We've got Robin Skirvin in the building. What's going on? Cousin Whitney Williams is tuned in. What's going on? Bill Jones, the Collision Course crew.
Big Bill.
God, GAWD.
Daniel Spencer's joined.
Yep.
All right, and that's all we have for tonight. No, I'm just kidding. Our guy Clint Carroll, Danny Clark, Jamie McKinley, and the aforementioned, we talked about him earlier, Wes Brocky in the building. He had a fly snapback U of L hat last night at OVW. I'm gonna have to try to figure out where he got it. He said he'd send me a link. Y'all have to see it. It's pretty fire. Sean Thomas wants to say, I think it'll give us 10 to 12. He will give us 10 to 12 minutes a game, so Sky doesn't have to burn out every game. Pretty good. The OVW and Impact official, Daniel Spencer says, go Cards. William Thompson says we're doing better than Sats Bearcats. I don't think that could be argued at all. So, and
he still coaches there.
I don't even know what a SAT is. And again, if y'all have noticed, we're not in the normal studio because we got some people under the weather, and my system downstairs crashed about 5 minutes before we went on the air. That's why we came on a little bit late. We do apologize for that, but we're here now. And let's just do a quick review of NC State. We don't want to keep y'all long. It's Friday night. You got SmackDown. We're leading you directly into SmackDown indirectly at 8 o'clock. So
this ain't working.
Beat NC State 13-10. It was a defensive. The defense was smothering. I've been talking about the intangibles defensively, and it doesn't really show on paper. Our defense is ranked, I think, in the 80s or 90s overall, but they base a lot of those on sacks and other stuff. We hurried the quarterback. We forced them to make mistakes. We contained the run game. We contained the quarterback. Did really good, but offensively we struggled. Plummer struggled with pressure a lot, but he still threw for 286 yards. Had 3 turnovers though. We can't do that against Notre Dame. Bell caught 3 balls for 85 yards and a touchdown. All of our other weapons were stifled. The refs gypped us out of a late touchdown that should have made this a little bit larger of a margin. And yeah, so the game, and I only want like a quick sentence. And then Sean, I know you're not feeling good, so you can hop off here after this question. Just give us a couple sentences. What was your overall take from the game? Nothing about Notre Dame. Just what was your overall take from the NC State game?
Bueller.
Sean?
Bueller.
Sorry. My overall take is the defense. I think they grew up a little bit that game. They started getting a little more pressure. The coverage was a little better, a couple of lapses here and there, but there's a lot better communication. The defensive line was getting more of a push, even without blitzes. Offensively, they've got to figure out how to get Jack Plummer to calm down a little bit. Because anytime he gets just a little bit of pressure, he kind of freaks out. And it's got to get him calm down. And even Jeff Braun brought this up at his press conference. He was like, I've got to help him out. I've got to help him set the protections. I got to help him understand, how to get the ball out quicker when he realizes the blitz is coming. And maybe, see the blitz is coming a little better. So I just think it's a matter of offensively getting Jack Plummer settled down. If you get him settled down, I ain't worried about the running game because NC State was clearly they decided Jawar Jordan was the best player. We're going to stop him and make Jack Plummer beat us. So I just think looking at that game, the defense stepped up. Offense, the offense has work to do, but I think it's easily correctable things that hopefully we'll see.
Turned into Stone Cold. Boring.
No. Shawn, we thank you so much for joining us tonight. Let us know if you want to hop back on later or not. But thanks we know you're not feeling well, and we hope you get better really, really quick. And we hope that you do get to counteract the Cena virus that Garrett was talking about earlier. I think it's called Red Tube.
Yeah, let's win tomorrow, boys.
Get that dub. All right, I'm kicking him off. He's out. I booted him. All right, let's go to the Four Pegs chat. Did I call it Four Pegs last time? I want to make sure.
Yes.
All right, the Four Pegs chat line. Sean Thomas says, so are we going to write thank you cards for Christmas to the Cincinnati AD? No, because I don't care about SAD anymore.
He still works there?
I hope he does. Okay, but he doesn't. He's not in my head. I don't care about him. That guy Mason with some choice words for our resident referee. Cardinal says, "Yo, Daniel Spencer." Who is this now? Oh God. Well, one of y'all said NXT, and he thought you said next.
Dude, you want to sit there and talk about taking up the whole damn screen?
Where are you on a flight?
Hey.
2.5 hour flight delay.
Well, mute when you're not talking, bro.
Where are you going?
Higgy.
We don't want to
hear me now.
Oh yeah, and everybody that was Higgy. I'm not doing this.
Where's Higgy going? If he come to Louisville?
He's going to Canada, I think.
Yeah. So we talked.
If you would read the chat comments, you would know, Sam.
The chat comments.
Yeah, Sam.
In the podcast chat.
Oh.
Ooh. Well, no, they like to read them and then just.
No, I didn't see that at all. I didn't know he was going anywhere.
He's going on his 8th honeymoon.
The best.
Oh no, I did remember y'all saying something about that a couple days ago. He's been on like 8 honeymoons since the last 3 weeks or something like that. He said, I don't know. Someone said it. I don't know.
He's got that privilege. He's got the privilege-itis. That's all it is. Daniel Spencer said after last night. By the way, thanks Daniel, because I will not hear the end of this. He needs a bodyguard to walk him to the ring at OVW and maybe help him enforce the rules.
Well, I can do that.
Somebody being bricked, you just bricked him up to 100 right there.
Yeah. I've just been waiting on that call, from somebody, whether it be Haley J, Freya, Daniel, whoever. So Daniel, he made the call, so just consider it done, bro.
Thanks. Brian Davis says, think Tyler will at least help wear it. No Scott probably like LS. I got you.
Oh, okay.
Average Honky says he threw the worst interception I've ever seen from a Louisville quarterback. I don't know.
Honky.
I'm willing to go that far, but only because I'm sure there have been more. I just don't remember it, but it was pretty bad. Sean Thomas says, "Sorry, you feel bad, Sean. Think you're talking in the bathroom, so it close to okay."
I know what he means. He talks in the bathroom most of the time, so he's close to the toilet. I don't think it's that kind of sick, though.
Brian Davis says Higgy. Cardinal says Higgy. I guess we'll bring him back on for a half second. There he is. No, that's not the airplane. That's the Higgy.
You all remember the first set of airplanes where they had those big headphones and they would pedal, whatever? That's what Higgy looked like in the
That's the kind of
60s.
headphones we used when I worked at the airport when we were pushing the planes out.
Yes. Well, you,
You know what? You know what we called those
Oh,
machines?
funny,
We
you
called them
guys. Funny,
tugs.
funny, funny.
We called them tugs. That's their nickname is tugs.
Everybody, welcome to the show, John Candy. John Candy on the show with us, everybody. Planes, trains, and automobiles looking at.
Yeah.
Hey, look, everybody's excited. If you can see the chat line, they're excited that you're on here with us. So, look, we're just having a fun time tonight. Again, we'll be on here from 7 to about 8. Higgy, gosh dang, I can't believe I'm going to ask you this, but what 2 sentences, and not like Shawn's 2 sentences.
Yep.
What was your biggest takeaways from the game against NC State? Sandwiches.
That the offense played like poopy. Can y'all hear me?
All right, yeah. Sam, what about you?
that's kind of hard to follow, man. I think the team grew up. They matured a lot, especially in that second half. It felt like nothing was going their way in the first half. It's
Did he just leave?
He
left?
bowed. He's out.
I thought you kicked him,
I
but
didn't. No, not this time.
okay. But I think the team showed a lot of maturity, especially when they had the touchdown that was inexplicably called an incompletion. I don't know how that happened, but and then after the horrible interception, the defense bucked up and did their job. The, chose, but did their job, and then the
Yeah,
offense came
no.
down and scored, and so I think, and it was gritty and it was dirty, and it was a kind of win that usually you have games where the offense takes control and wins the games for you, or you have games where the defense does it. This game, both sides did just enough to win, and so I was really really proud of the team for showing that grit and that maturity, and I think it will help them come tomorrow night.
And listen, the old saying is defense wins championships. This
Correct.
game that we had the other night against NC State was one of those games that you're going to have. If you're a good team, you find a way to win the game.
Yes.
And we found a way to win the game. And I just know as soon as I acknowledge this comment, my wife is the type of person that she like calls into the Derby show or texts into the Derby shows so she can see her name on the screen. Right now, she's pretty hype. It says Teresa Wallman on the screen probably. It says that Mom says hi to Higgy. And then Joey responded with,
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah, because what about me? What about Joey?
Yeah.
She sees y'all all the time.
Yeah.
I ain't seen her in a week.
Oh my
Hi,
God.
Mom.
Hi, Mom. See you in a few minutes when we get done with the show.
Hey, you want to hear my thoughts?
Yeah, I hadn't got to you yet.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Sometimes we forget.
RG Tyler Johnson is blank and good. Is going to do more than just. Yeah, I agree with you. I feel like he put us into the solid 22 win spectrum right there. Joey, what were your thoughts about NC State?
That we beat them.
Okay.
It doesn't matter how many points it was by. It was on the road, hostile environment, and like Sam said, that you could see the team grow up a little bit. Those are the kinds of games that in the past we would lose.
Yes.
A little adversity would hit, and we wouldn't respond. So
And then
it was good to see them fight through that and hold on and come out with a victory, whether it was by 3, should have been by 10, whatever. So I think that helps us going forward.
And then we'd have a coach that would come out in the first sentence with thank.
We got to hug them
and applaud the other team.
We got to love on them.
I'm so tired of that. I'm so glad we got rid of that bull crap.
Does he still work?
Yes, he does.
Oh, okay.
I think so.
I don't follow his career.
Irv's tuning in. Shayna's tuning in. We appreciate y'all tuning in. We're going to really quickly, before we go to our interview, got another little video for you. We're going to go ahead and show it for you, and we will be right back after this commercial break. Get out to all of the home game tailgates and see the Collision Course crew tailgate in action. For Peg's Beer Lounge, Chris Williams brings you the best in Louisville in a variety of dishes. In Fitness Market, your number one ally in weight loss and lifestyle changes. Yeah, buddy. I don't have to say all those things ever again. I just point to the video. We got it done. We do appreciate our sponsors, and we'll play that a couple more times during the show, just so they get their money's worth. That's what we're here for. Again, do not forget tomorrow, 11 a.m. Is it 11 a.m., Joey?
Yeah, they open up at 11 a.m.
11 a.m. The Collision Course crew tailgate is starting. They will have food. They will have music. They will have us at 3:30, but get there earlier. Again,
I know a bunch of former players and stuff have asked where to go, so wouldn't be surprised to see some former players or their families show up at the tailgate tomorrow. So get out there early, get you some food, listen to some music, podcast, go Cards.
And then if you don't have a ticket to the game,
Yep,
they're going to have the game on right there. 2745 Crittenden Drive behind the El Napole on Crittenden Drive. Chili, hot dogs, brats, wings on the menu. Everybody's encouraged to either bring a side or give a small donation. Don't be a chooch. Don't dine and dash. Give them some money. They take care of you. We'll have a great time. The DJ is going to be lit. The whole situation is going to be a great time. We're going to have special surprise guests tomorrow. We did have so I can tell you who our headliner was, and they have told us that something with the university came up. They're not going to be able to join us, but Reggie Bonifant was going to join the show live with us tomorrow, and he's pushing the button to start the game now, so he's got to get there early for card march and stuff like that and practice or whatever. So we appreciate Reggie for at least trying to come do the show. Next week we'll have live. Tonight's is pre-tape because Keith's a busy man. Week we'll have live Brandon Radcliffe on the show with us to preview the Pitt game. That's going to be a good time. Make sure y'all get to the tailgate, and at the end of the show, y'all remind me, I've got a hack on how you can get a cheap ticket, and it's not by posting on Twitter you need tickets or you'll get 7,000 bots that have discounted tickets for you. I've got a surefire way for you to get a discounted ticket as long as you know somebody that knows somebody. So y'all remind me to mention that by the end of the show. Let's go ahead real quick. I'm going to throw to probably one of the best interviewers in the game. He's got Keith Kelsey with him, and we're going to go ahead and enjoy this. I'm probably going to change the screen configuration, but let's join them right now in progress. Jeremy, for throwing it to yourself. You did a really good job. We appreciate you doing this for us. Look, one of my favorite people, when you start doing this for a job, you get to meet all kinds of people. And one of my favorite people I've ever met is our guest tonight. One of the greatest linebackers in Louisville football history. He'll be like, oh, stop. But it's the truth. And there's no other way to follow up Preston Brown last week than you bring in your Preston and Keith are your 1A, 1B. So you had to follow it up that way. It's our guy, Keith Kelsey. Keith, what's good, my man?
Ain't nothing much. How you doing, my guy?
Doing good, man. Congratulations. I heard there's a boy on the way.
Yeah, we got a little one on the way here in the oven right now. In the oven.
Now,
He'll be here January 30th.
January. Okay. I'm just going to take a guess. Keith Kelsey the third?
You know it. I couldn't call him nothing else.
Look, I guess that K3. Look, the shirts are already being made for NIL purposes. We got somebody. Thanks for joining us. I know you're a busy guy. You got a lot of stuff going on, so thanks for taking some time out. We do have some video issues. We apologize for that, everybody out there that's watching, but you can still hear him. You can still see this pretty face over here, so we're good. Let's just talk a little bit before we get into we got a bunch of fan questions that we're going to get to. But first off, I just want to talk about the type of person you are, because we met. I was covering the University of Louisville, and it just was a friend. I don't remember how the friendship happened, but it happened. It was awesome. I was 55. You were 55. That we had that common bond, and everything. We were such good friends. I helped you get some T-shirts. We had some issues with those T-shirts, but we arranged to get some T-shirts for a camp you were doing, and then in return, you fulfilled one of my lifelong dreams of going to a Pittsburgh Steelers game. And me and my brother got to come up for a Steelers game, a Steelers win, an amazing atmosphere. I remember telling my dad, like, we're going to get to, and he would have loved to have went to a Steelers game. He never was able to at the end of his life because of everything going on. But when I told him that we were going to Pittsburgh, he was like, that's awesome. Tell him thank you so much. And it made my dream. It was a lifelong dream for me, a lifelong dream for my brother. And you made that happen, man. We appreciate it.
Oh, anytime, man. The rebound on what you say, it's so funny because I can't remember how me and you met as well either. But I do remember you and my dad getting real close. And next thing you know, y'all hanging out at the games.
I think that's what it was. I saw him wearing my T-shirt. So the only time in my life I had any merch, and he was walking around wearing my T-shirt, and I had no idea who he was. I walked up to him, I said, great T-shirt. He's like, thanks, my son's Keith Kelsey. I was like, oh snap, that's my T-shirt. He's like, really? And we started talking, and then I hit you up on Twitter. I was like, your dad, with the pictures, like, your dad's repping Cardinal Sports Zone and your boy. And then I think that's where it started from. I'm 99% sure that's where it started from.
Probably so. Knowing him, he probably was talking.
Talk, man. He talked to me for a while before he told me he was your dad. Yeah. And again, I had no idea. I should have, because dude was like one of the only guys there that was my height, and he was just an imposing figure. I should have known he was, but it just took me off guard because I seen him wearing a shirt that I had only sold for a couple of weeks, and I don't know how he got it. I'm sure he didn't buy it from me. He got it from somebody else, but I had been putting it on my social media, so maybe he did. But yeah, great dude. I still talk to him probably. I hit him up on Thanksgiving and Christmas every year, and he hits me up on my birthday. So I love that dude. I hope he's doing well. And man, I'm glad to have you on the show tonight, my dude.
Oh, anytime for you, my guy. Anytime, we be busy nowadays, but anytime you hit me up, I'm gonna be there for you.
Absolutely. Look, let's talk about the game coming up Saturday night. Biggest game since probably the Louisville-Florida State game. The number 10th ranked Notre Dame Fighting Irish coming to town. You were a part of the very first Notre Dame game when we traveled up there, and we ended up beating them because you started every game your sophomore year, correct?
Yeah, I started every game from my sophomore year to my senior year. Yeah.
Right. Well, I was specifically about the sophomore year because that's when we played Notre Dame. You want to talk about a crazy atmosphere? I traveled up there to that game with my buddies Chris and Steve Rummage, who does the middays with Marcus Maben. And I only mention that because he gives me $5 every time I promote him. I'm just kidding. But we went up there for that game. And our buddy Joey Thompson went up there with us too. And we went up there for that game. The night before y'all's game, we went to the minor league baseball park and watched the basketball team play I think it was either exhibition game or their first game of the season. I don't recall. But we watched the game up there at the minor league. They had it on the big screens outside in the ballpark. We were indoors because it was snowing. It was supposed to initially happen outside, but they had us in the clubhouse, set up everything there. Joey Wagner that was like one of his first parties, and threw a fantastic party. And then the day of the game, we walked around because it was an afternoon game. It was the evening game. Actually, I think it was like at 5:30, something like that. I remember it was light when we got there and dark when we left. That's all I remember. And we went around and we seen the chapel and then all the little special areas around there. that is by far the most unique away game atmosphere I'd ever been to. It was just crazy. So tell us a little bit about playing them for the first time, because nobody thought nationally that we had a chance to beat them. We thought it, y'all thought it, but just kind of take us through what you were going through before that game, during the game, and then after the game.
Oh man, it was so much emotion. I know for everybody else, but especially me. You know, I was a sophomore. I was still young at the time. You know, Notre Dame is known for football. They're a historic program. I mean, the stadium, that was one of the loudest and biggest stadiums I played in besides Clemson. So the atmosphere, everything was just historic. But we knew we could beat them guys, because at the end of the day, we had a lot of athletes on our team as well, too, a lot of NFL guys. So, a lot of people didn't believe in us, but the people who believe in us, that's all we needed. But, I mean, it was amazing, man. I think we won. I think they missed if I'm not mistaken, they missed a field goal or something like that at the end, because they got the picture. They missed
the game-time field goal, and the buzz was this guy never misses. And he missed a game-tying field goal with no time left, I'm pretty sure. And the only reason – so just a little background for those of y'all that don't know, my dad grew up in South Bend, Indiana. So his dad was a Notre Dame fan. He wasn't really a Notre Dame fan, but my dad's entire family is from South Bend. So lucky me, my great-great-uncle had passed his season tickets down to my uncle Mark. And he hit me up, and he was like, "Hey, do you want to come up for Notre Dame?" And I'm like, "Absolutely." He had we were sitting in the end zone, 8 rows up on the very end. I had a row seat, because my big butt can't sit in the middle of nobody comfortably anyway. And we were sitting there right in their end zone. Everybody asked, "How'd you get these tickets? How'd you get these tickets?" Like, these are my family's tickets. And it was just such a unique experience and such a great time. And it was one of those times when you, as a spectator, you're like, man, I really hope we pull this off, because we drove all this way. We've talked all this trash. Let's get this W and get out. And that was a game. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I know Reggie was the starting quarterback. But was he the starter at the beginning of the year? I feel like somebody got hurt and he stepped up, but that could have been a different year, because I know he got hurt a different year as well.
I can't remember for sure, but I know Will was playing. I think Will played in that Notre Dame game as well, along with Reggie, if I'm not mistaken. I know Will started out.
We're getting a little bit older, so we do forget a little bit.
Yeah, I know Will started out the season. I don't know if I think Will got hurt. He might have hurt his knee or something. Then Reggie came in and, filled in and did a great job. But I remember Reggie starting that game. But for some reason, I feel like Will played that game too, as well. I just can't remember for sure. But it was definitely a great game. I mean, Brandon Radcliffe had a great game that game. It was a lot of guys. Yeah,
y'all had a lot of. That's another thing I want to speak up on. Y'all had a lot of good dudes, like Brandon Radcliffe. Still to this day, he texts me every month, check on me. Preston, you only played with Preston 1 year, right?
Yeah.
But
it's so funny, because I just seen Preston. I had my gender reveal 2 weeks ago. He was there. Burgess was there. A lot of the guys were there. Kyle Bowler.
Oh, for real?
A lot of those guys. Yeah, a lot of those guys was there.
Where was my invite at?
Oh man, I owe you a steak dinner or something.
Bro, you probably was like, look, this dude has been through heck this year. He probably can't travel that far. You would have been right. I tried to go to Detroit about a month ago. I'm a big wrestling fan, and I was tired of sitting around the house feeling sorry for myself. I was like, you know what, Joey? That's my brother. For those of y'all that don't know, I was like, you know what, Joey? Let's go to Detroit. It's SummerSlam. 70,000 people are going to be there. It's going to be hype. It's going to be awesome. Let's go. Man, I was so tired by the time we got up there. I slept the rest of the night. Friday, we walked around. I think we ended up logging about 10 miles in downtown Detroit that day, just looking around at all the sights and stuff. And then I slept the whole ride home. So, yeah, I probably would have been able to make that anyway. So let me ask you this, Keith. Have you got to watch a lot of the games this year so far for Louisville?
Oh yeah, I done caught most of the games. What we 5-0 right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I at least watched 3 or 4 of the games. I actually got to sit down and watch them, and I'm impressed, man. I went to the game when they played Georgia Tech. I went to
You
that
did?
game.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, we fought back. That was a good test for us because it showed we had some resilience and we fought back. But the thing I'm most impressed with is the defense. Seems like the defense flying around making plays. It's looking like the old Louisville. That's what I'm excited about. Some young guys making a lot of plays out there.
And we'll touch on the defense here in a second. But so you've kind of given us your thoughts on this year's team. That was my next question. What have you seen offensively that you've liked so far from this team? Because a lot of people's biggest issue is Plummer's he's consistently inconsistent. And I feel like as the year goes by, well, first off, as football players, we kind of grade our peers a little bit harder than your normal person. We also like to give them the benefit of the doubt more. This guy's been in this system for 6 years, so he shouldn't have to be one of those guys that you're constantly saying all year long, well, he'll be better by the end of the year. He'll be better. And he has seemed like he's improving a little bit, but to me, it just seems like he's in his head too much. He underthrow. He's been getting better on underthrowing and overthrowing, but it's like he doesn't pull the trigger fast enough on his reads. But he's still throwing for like 280 a game, so you can't really – you can nitpick, but you can't really complain when the dude has won all 5 games and he's throwing for 280 and he's getting things done. He's still making stupid mistakes. I think he's got like 3 intentional grounding calls so far this year and a couple of fumble turnovers. But back to my main question to you. What have you seen offensively that you like?
To start off with him, I don't think he's playing bad. I think he's playing all right. He's managing the game. Most importantly, he's winning. And I feel like he's doing, better from the start of the season. And, last game, I see we had a lot of drops as well. A lot of the passes wasn't on him. We had a few drops. But I feel like he's doing okay. I feel like he's going to get better. I mean, this is a game to really prove himself right here versus Notre Dame. But offensively as a whole, man, we got some explosive guys. Thrash, our running back. And we got a lot of guys over there. Even the backup running back. Where you went to Wisconsin? I seen.
Oh, you're talking about Garendo, yes, from Wisconsin.
We got some guys on the offense.
Mm-hmm. So for the running backs, it is Jahar Jordan, who's the starter. Then you got Garendo, who is kind of like our third down back. You got Maurice Turner. And then you have a freshman, and his name always escapes me. So if you're watching, I apologize. But our running back room is stacked, and our wide receivers as well. You've got Jamari Thrash, you got Chris Bell, you've got Amari Huggins Bruce, you got Kevin Copeland, is it? It's Kevin something. Look, you do these late at night, you forget people's names. I apologize, but yeah, you're right. The offense is stacked. The offensive line has been doing a good job, and they're going to need to do a better job. If you saw them struggle against NC State this past week, NC State doesn't have the biggest offensive line we're going to face this year. Notre Dame does. So that's going to be a big test for them this Saturday night at 7:30 on ABC. It's on ABC, so make sure y'all tune in and watch that. You mentioned defensively that you liked what we were doing defensively. So to me and my guy Dalton, we always talk about this on the podcast. He's a numbers guy, flashy type person. And I've been telling him, look, the defense has been doing the intangibles. Do they have a whole lot of sacks? No. They have a lot of quarterback rushes. They have a lot of penetration where they are causing the quarterbacks to make mistakes. Sometimes numbers don't necessarily add up to successful defenses, and our defensive line has been really, really good this year. Again, they don't have the number sack-wise, but they've been forcing all kinds of mayhem for the quarterback. Our secondary has been fantastic this year, and we had some issues with that last year, and those guys have really stepped up. They still have their you're always going to have your ups and downs, throughout the game. My biggest worry is the linebacking core, and when you lose 3 guys to the NFL, then you lose Momo Sanogo and you lose Monty Montgomery to Ole Miss. You've got a young linebacking core, and one of the I won't get into that just yet because I do have some fan questions asking about the linebackers. But what are your thoughts on the defense?
I like what I've seen so far. Like you say, I think we could get a little more sacks, but the main thing I'm impressed with the effort. I feel like they flying around. The effort has been there. I can't complain about the effort. You might mess up here and there. You might blow a coverage or two, but it seems like everybody flying to the ball. I feel like all 11 has to the ball every time I watch them. So that's the thing I've been impressed with the most. And our front 7 has looked okay as well. Some of the linebackers are coming down here. I know a lot of those guys are young. I think the 2 middle linebackers aren't they like freshmen, sophomores?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they're from. They're actually from where Josh from, Harvey Clemens. They're from Valdosta.
Okay.
So I've been keeping up with them guys as well. But I like what I've seen from the defense. You got Josh in the secondary. He's a veteran. So. This the game right here to prove it. Anybody that want to make a name for themselves, what better? I'm sure it's gonna be on what either ABC or ESPN.
It'll be on ABC. It's our first ABC game in I don't remember how many years it's been, but it's been a long time. You mentioned Josh. You've got Ben Perry back there that's also a veteran. You've got the guy I knew as soon as I started talking about it, I was going to Brownlee. You got Brownlee back there.
He came from Florida State, didn't he?
Yep. And then you had the guy that we're really missing back there, which we've had guys that stepped up for him, so I'm really, really happy for that, is MJ Jenkins. He was slated to be a starter, but the other guys have really picked it up for him, and we wish Jink a speedy recovery as far as that's concerned. Let's get to some of these fan questions. We've got them right here in front of me. I'm just going to ask this first one because this dude's always really corny, but I love him. Beast Mode 502 wants to know, how did Jeremy being 55 for Louisville inspire you to be 55 for Louisville? Stop that. It had nothing to do.
He the GOAT.
Okay, well that part's true. I try anyway. Our guy Bubba wants to know, what do you think about this year's linebackers? You kind of just answered that, but I wanted to give him a shout out because he did take the time to ask the question. Master Yoda on Twitter, Master Yoda 44 wants to know what your thoughts are on Plummer. You kind of already gave those. Can y'all ask some questions that haven't already been? Oh, okay. Our guy Wes, what's the biggest improvement the defense needs to make for us to pull off this victory?
Biggest improvement, we gotta get more turnovers. Turnovers can win you some games, especially if the offense is struggling sometimes. You're going to have games where maybe the offense struggling or the defense struggling, but if the defense creating turnovers, they give the offense the ball more. They give them chances to score. So that's the biggest thing. We need to see a lot of turnovers, a lot more turnovers, strip sacks, interceptions. Need to see a little more of that. But as far as the effort and flying to the ball, I feel like they're flying to the ball excellent. I haven't even been seeing no blown coverages or nothing. The first game was a little shaky, but that's the first game. Things gonna happen. But ever since then, they've been lights out from what I've seen.
And you mentioned turnovers, and one thing that Sam Hartman did last year when he brought his number 10th ranked Wake Forest team in, he turned the ball over like 7 times in the third quarter. So if what we proved last year is that if you're here at I don't like the new at L&N Stadium, and you can pressure Sam Hartman, he's going to make mistakes, and he's done that this year so far.
Oh, so that's the quarterback?
Yeah.
I was at that game last year when they played Wake Forest.
Yeah, that's the same quarterback. He's the quarterback for Notre Dame this year.
Yeah.
So if we can get him frazzled, we can get him to turn the ball over. Next question: what was your favorite defensive scheme and favorite call?
Favorite defensive scheme. You got me thinking back. Coach Grantham, of course we ran 3-4. Probably our 5-zone blitz, Stiller.
Okay.
We just get the blitz. It's a blitz for the linebackers.
You gotta love that one. You gotta love that one.
Yeah,
That's
it's either me or Burgess blitzing up the middle, or we picking which gap we want to go into. To be honest,
yeah.
That was one of my favorite blitzes. Anytime you get the blitz as a linebacker, that's your favorite play call anyway. You ain't too much time to go to coverage.
No. You got to get that blitz and get that sack. What do you miss about your time as a player here?
Oh man, I miss everything. I can't even point nothing. I can't just specifically point one thing. I miss the just hearing the fans when I run out there, being with my teammates every day. Running out the tunnel with them, getting hyped with them before the game, getting a victory, seeing the crowd go crazy. Playing in front of your family. Man, I had a great time at Louisville, man. I was able to make a name for myself there. I still got a lot of love there from the fans, and just the city alone, it's still like my second home. I made a lot of memories at University of Louisville. I wouldn't trade it for nothing in this world, but definitely miss running out in Carr Stadium and playing. That was everything, especially around that time, just getting in the ACC and doing a lot of things for the first time that, the school didn't ever witness before. So, I was a part of some great teams and some great players, So
for sure. What was your favorite what was your go-to food spot here?
My go-to food spot? Man. Everybody know about Mount Fuji on campus. If you don't know about Mount Fuji, then I don't know what to tell you. But me, Burgess, and Josh had a little Jamaican spot. I can't remember the name. No, I take that back. Big Mama, soul food. And I don't think I haven't been back in years. I don't know if she's still there. She was in the West End area. And she had every athlete picture on her wall.
Yeah.
She had celebrities coming there. We used to be able to come through the back door and, get our own foods. She'd invite your whole family in there when they come in town. We used to go there every Sunday after a game, and she'd take care of us.
That's awesome. Let me scroll through here. One of our viewers is asking, because there was a running joke that nobody knew where Bobby Petrino's office was. So they're asking, did you know where his office was? Your coach's office was? Yes, he knew. Let's see. All right. Well, I believe that's all the viewer questions. All right. So we got the fan questions out of the way. Now it's the time for the tough question. What's the score going to be Saturday?
The score Saturday. I like us 23-21.
Okay. You know what? I picked us 24-21. So we're thinking the same wavelength. I get nervous in these type of games, and I'll tell you what. When Florida State came to town, and we played them, me and Rummage, we had the awesome task of doing 6 to 9 on ESPN radio that morning. And when we signed off, we gave our predictions, and I predicted Louisville 33, Florida State 30, and we ended up smacking the living daylights out of them. So I want to try to do something like that again. You just get nervous, though, when you do stuff like that, because it's like, this offense, we should score 48 points against whoever we play. But we're playing a pretty good Notre Dame defense, so that's going to cut that down a little bit. So
we definitely got the speed. I don't think they got more speed than us.
No, I don't think they have more speed. I think their strength is the running game, and our strength defensively is defending the running game.
Yeah,
so I think that's going to be the thing that ends up determining the determining factor of this game. Look, before I get you off here and let you go about your night, you called me a couple of months ago. I just got out of the hospital, and you were telling me that there's another Kelsey in the family that's a footballer. Tell us a little bit about your brother. Is Louisville recruiting him? Is Louisville a possibility? Tell us about him.
Well, yeah, I got another little brother that's in Valdosta. His name is Josiah. He's actually committed to the University of Florida right now. But Louisville was recruiting him, and they didn't know he was my brother. When I had talked to a couple of the coaches, and that's when they were trying to, get him up there to come on a visit and things like that. But I think he 100%, committed to going to Florida because he supposed to get there in January.
Gosh,
That's the same school that our pops went to and stuff. So yeah, he 100%. He's probably gonna be going there. But definitely, he's a baller too. He plays safety.
Cool. Look, Keith, I appreciate you. You've never turned me to. There was even it was the very first episode of the podcast because we were doing the radio live, and then my dad got really sick, and I had to stop doing the radio show live every week. And I was sitting around, and somebody was like, "You should do a podcast." So I invested in some equipment. Ivan Green came over. You hit me up. You're like, "Oh, I'm in town." I was like, "You want to come do the show with us?" And you're like, "Oh, for sure." So you came over. We did that very first show together.
Yeah, I remember that show we did. That was like 2019.
Yeah, it was 5 years.
2018, 2019, around that time.
Season 5. So yeah, it was about 2018. I think it was the summer of 2018 or the summer of 2019. I don't remember either. But you've always been good to me. I love you like a brother. I appreciate you, my friend. And you're going to go down in history as the best commitment video to Louisville ever.
I definitely got the best commitment video. It's still on YouTube too.
It is on YouTube. Do me a favor. Shoot it to me on Twitter, and I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to retweet it because I love it. That was the day I knew you were going to be one of my favorite players, and I'm honored to be able to call you my friend as well.
Definitely, man. Anytime you need me, my guy, I'll be here for you. And I probably won't be able to make a game this year because, we're dealing with, pregnancy and stuff like that. But next year, definitely, we probably be having an extra person with us coming up there. Get us some little card gear or something.
Absolutely. And underneath me, I don't know why it's over there. It should be over there. That's where you can find him on Twitter. It's Keith Kelsey, everybody. Keith, thank you again. And let's get this W this weekend.
Definitely, man. I'm going to be tuned in Saturday night, 7:30, man. We got to get this W.
All right. Jeremy and everybody back in the studio. Back to y'all. I know it's just me, but it is what it is. All right. Okay. We need to fix that. And we need to fix it again. So that was Keith Kelsey, and Joey's face is back to. Let's get back.
Well,
I got it. I've got it. So I was trying to scroll through some of the chat while we were going, so I didn't have to go back to it. Big shout out to Uncle Larry. He's watching. He said 24-18 cards. Louisville's only female player of all time. One of my favorite people, Catherine Clope. She's in the building. Marcus Maben in the house. Welcome. I sent him the link. I asked him to join to give us his prediction. He may be sipping right now, so he may not have time to join us, but it is what it is. And J-Mo, my guy J-Mo from OVW. I don't know how much I can say, but he's at OVW. I think he works in management. He's joining us. For some reason, our Facebook comments are not working tonight. It's the second time it's happened this season. I'll have to disconnect and reconnect afterwards. I apologize for that. It is what it is. But, yeah, so good stuff with Keith. I wish we could have had him live. That would have been better, but glad to have him anyway. So far, we're 6 for 6 on guests this year. Normally, you have one that cancels, and even though Reggie canceled for tomorrow, that's not our regular weekly show. So I'm not counting that. Thanks, Wes. Greetings from Orlando. Lee, we'll be there in a couple weeks for Disney and for night 1 of NXT Halloween Havoc. That should be y'all know I was going to talk about wrestling. It is what it is. We even had a guy that was like AEW. Look, I'm not a guy that has and look, if you are, here we go, Corey Bryant. I don't care what anyone says. Adam Copeland is one of the best wrestlers my dad watched when he was growing up. He's great. And he's got my favorite theme song of all time. That actually gut punched me when I heard it come on.
You thought you knew him.
I thought I knew him. I did, but apparently I didn't. But I have a feeling. Yeah, I know, Corey. I have a feeling that Vince is going to make Tony wish he never put on a Tuesday show ever again.
Yeah.
Starting to look that way.
I don't even think it's Vince at this point. I think it's TKO. Like in general, they're just like, you know what? Screw you guys.
Aaron Walker said he had no clue how obnoxious Notre Dame fans were until this week on Twitter. I'm telling you, social media has changed a lot. When we went up there for that Notre Dame game, the Notre Dame fans did everything other than offering to wipe our hind ends after we took a dump to be nice. It was like that annoying fan base. Welcome to Notre Dame. Want a scone? Welcome to Notre Dame. Do you need some cough medicine? Welcome to Notre Dame. Do you want to reach it? Never mind. That's too far. But still, they were obnoxiously nice. Twitter makes people stupid. Some of them.
And it's probably like our Twitter, too. They've probably got like 60 people that make their whole fan base look like jerks.
Yeah, the Notre Dame fan base by far, and I'm not just saying that because of my family, one of the nicest fan bases I've ever encountered. So yeah, definitely the idiot bias. Really quickly again. No, we did that. Sorry. We're gonna hop right into it. That's why Sam got joined in with us late. I forgot that interview was that long. I apologize. Average Honky says, yeah, they're pretty bad. They said we tarp our seats off. Now look. I know that interview ruffled a lot of people's feathers, but there weren't a whole lot of lies told there. They said that we don't sit in our seats. We stand in the party deck. It did look a little bit empty. It's because half the people were on the party deck, half the people were out at their cars drunk and passed out at the tailgate. So
it's what Louisville fans do.
So, but yeah, they were off on we've never tarped our seats off. In football, we haven't at wrestling events and maybe a little for basketball. I don't recall, but yeah, I don't have that same experience with actual Notre. I don't count people on the net as actual people until I meet them and they act that way in person. And I've never had a Notre Dame fan act that way. I mean, my uncle, diehard Notre Dame fan, offered those tickets up to us, knowing we'd be right in the middle of Notre Dame section, which we should have known. We didn't really think about it because those seats have been in our family for 70 plus years. But they're not like that. Corey says, I agree that AEW is special. I don't know what that word is. Went to my high school as I live right outside Cincinnati. Diehard fan, love the Netflix special. Al Snow is another low-key legend. We'll talk a little bit more about wrestlers here in a few minutes. On this special extended, we're going to keep these to an hour going forward. This is the season premiere, if you will, so it's going to go a little bit longer. I like it. You don't have to hate WWE if you like AEW, and you don't have to hate AEW if you like WWE. I like for the wrestlers to have more choices, and it is what it is. I don't think AEW is there yet. I don't think they're even close. And the more that they keep bringing in ex-WWE stars and they don't push their own, that's not helping their case out with the diehard fans that do judge about stuff like that. And I know you're
especially since those homegrowns end up going over to WWE so they can make a name for themselves.
Joey's mouth just told you all that. I couldn't see your face, just your mouth. It was like the one video. Let's see, Uncle Larry, Memphis State fans are by far the worst. Now, Uncle Larry, I never disagree with you, but the West Virginia fans, when they threw the batteries at our fans at that last game, I think that was the one we put it off in like quadruple overtime. That was the worst fans I've ever encountered. But Memphis State fans are pretty janky too. So the Notre Dame game we got coming up tomorrow night, 7:30. Notre Dame has won 30 things that are going to make y'all feel better about tomorrow night. They've won 30 straight games versus ACC opponents. 15th year senior Sam Hartman has thrown 14 touchdowns and no interceptions. Oh, wait a minute. I'm supposed to be telling y'all stuff that's helping us out. Well, he has fumbled. He's lost the fumble once.
Hey, correct me if I'm wrong, Jeremy. Last year, before we played Wake Forest, wasn't he on a similar, like, as far as touchdown to interception ratio, he was on a similar path. Like, I think going into that game, the announcers talked about how he didn't turn the ball over and then, like, 6 or 7 in one quarter.
It was something along those lines. They put I watched the game last night, rewatched it, and the graphic they kept showing was going into the game, they had 5 turnovers all season.
Yeah.
Third quarter, they had 6 alone.
Yeah.
Our guy Brian Davis, 42-24. You know what? Let's save those predictions for a few. Aaron Walker says he's trying to catch a sell on lower bowl tickets in the morning tomorrow. Look, your best bet, and I told you I'll give y'all a little bit of a hint. If you all know somebody that's a season ticket holder, they have exclusive discount tickets for the game tomorrow. So probably be up in the 300s, but y'all stand in the party deck anyway. Do that. And yeah, they were on a roll, and he had Heisman hype. So, but yeah, he was on a similar. I don't know how many of those 5 turnovers were his, but he was on a similar roll. He wasn't 14-0. That's tremendous at any level. 14 touchdowns, no interceptions. He's typically a guy that crumbles under pressure. We showed that last year. Maybe he will be due one of those games. Notre Dame does not look unbeatable to me. My only concern defensively remains to be the middle of the field attack. They target their tight ends a lot. They feature the run game a lot. We are good at defending the run, but we've not shown yet this year we're good at defending tight end designed plays. So, Sam, what are you? I'm not going to give my prediction because I'm going to do that on the show tomorrow. Give us what you got about what are some of your thoughts? You don't have to keep it short. Like I said, season premiere. We're going to go as long as we need to go to get everybody's thoughts in. What are your thoughts about the game tomorrow, including your prediction at the end?
I think we need to start by stopping the run. We stop the run, we can dictate how the Notre Dame offense runs, and once we can do that, we can kind of bottle up Sam Hartman, put some pressure on him, force him to make some bad throws, force him into some turnovers. But the main thing outside of stopping the run is he's found a comfort zone with his tight end, and if our linebackers and safeties can go up and slow down, not necessarily shut down, but slow down the tight end production, I think Louisville can have a really good game defensively against this Notre Dame offense. Offensive wise, Coach Braun mentioned a few times how he could have called a better game. He could have done some things better to help Jack Plummer. I hope he does this game because I think the book is out now that if you pressure Plummer, he's going to get rattled. He's going to make he's going to force some throws, and he's going to miss some reads. So I think the book is out on that now. So how does the coaching staff combat that? Is yet to be seen. He did, like I said, he did admit to making that mistake. So let's see how Coach Braun, both of them actually, come out and show their improvement from week to week as well as Plummer's improvement. But I do think we have the weapons outside. They do have one really extremely talented corner, and I think he's going to be on Thrash. If he's not on Thrash, then that's a problem. But Louisville has so many different weapons. We have yet to see the tight ends from Louisville be productive, but this could be one of those games where Notre Dame is so focused on stopping the run and shutting down Thrash that it might lead some open spaces for the tight ends to work around in the middle of the field or on the flats and stuff like that. Or we could see a similar pattern to where Coach Braun decides, hey, you know what? We could beat these guys man on man, and you have Jimmy Callaway and Kevin Coleman Jr. and Chris Bell, Amari Huggins-Bruce. All these guys go ahead and make plays. Notre Dame does not have the depth defensively in the backfield to keep up with Louisville's wide receivers. All in all, saying that, man, I hate to say this. I think
he's not gonna do it. He's not. He is.
Notre Dame wins 30-24.
You're fired.
What? Look, I'm gonna go to this really quick. I'm gonna try to forget that. We did get a tweet to average Honky's point. 3 interceptions, 3 fumbles. A great tweet, by the way. In the third quarter alone, at the 14-13 mark, pick 6. 12:38, fumble. 8:22 left, fumble. 4:27 left, interception. Very next play, 3:48, fumble, and with 4 seconds left,
A pick six.
Riley pick six. That tweet was from Jeremy_CSE. We appreciate you supporting the site.
That first one was a pick six by Keith Clark, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So they had 2 pick sixes that game.
Yeah, he jumped that route big time.
2 pick sixes that quarter.
That quarter. I'm sorry, that quarter.
Very first series of the quarter, very last series of the quarter.
Yeah.
Before we went on that, I wanted to say with the Keith Kelsey interview, it was Big Mama's, but that's no longer there anymore. It was on the corner of Broadway and Southwestern Parkway. It's been closed for like a year and a half now, I think.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Rito's got a great question. Who throws the first interception, Hartman or Plummer?
It's gonna be.
It's gonna be Plummer.
It's gonna be Plummer.
And then I'm only assuming this was to your prediction.
I'm taking that back. I think it is Hartman.
Yeah, it was to my prediction, Jeremy.
Yeah, he says no. Hartman starts out pretty good in games, so I'm gonna say it's Plummer. Not any shade. I think Plummer throws the first one. Hartman throws many more. What about you, Joey? What do you see about the game tomorrow?
So here's why I think it'll be Hartman, because I don't think we're going to throw the ball as much as everybody may think or may want, because we actually are a better rush defense than Notre Dame. Notre Dame, I think, is ranked 55th, tied for 55th nationally. We're around 32, 33. I think that Coach Brom, the offensive line coach, those guys are, considering the kind of game we didn't have rushing the ball last week, we're going to really try to just pound the ball with those 3 backs, eat up some clock, limit their offensive possessions, and just roll with it, roll with that. But I see Jaws having a big game. I've really been impressed with Isaac Garendo. I think he's been a huge addition to the running back room. That north-south just pounded, just pounding the football down the middle of the line and getting those tough yards. With all that being said, I'm going Louisville 25, Notre Dame 21, but I want to specify this. We have 2 touchdowns, 3 field goals. On one of those touchdowns, we missed the extra point. The other touchdown, we have to go for 2 to put us up by 4, so they can't go down and just kick a field goal on us to tie it. So, defensive stand to finish the game off, Cards by 4.
Very, very specific, and I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. And really quick, again, the Facebook comments aren't coming through. Jeff Young, thank you for tuning in. Kathy Klope says ECU fans are also bad. I don't doubt that either. I'm going to give my predictions, do a little bit more in-depth breakdown tomorrow on the show with our special guests. G-Fed will be in the building, and a couple more people. And you never know who's just going to stop by and who'll hop on. We will have our 4 Pegs mobile microphone in the crowd with our guy Wes Brown will be showing up tomorrow.
That's unpredictability right there.
That's unpredictable at first thought, but he's my ride, so I hope he's gonna he'll have the mobile mic out in the crowd. Come up, don't be shy.
What time did you tell him to be there to pick you up?
In 15 minutes.
Okay, so he should be there about 1:00 tomorrow.
Make sure he's in enough time. For sure, but we're gonna have a good time tomorrow. Make sure y'all come out. That is once again, Joey. The address is.
Oh, I'll have to scroll up because I ain't 2445. Hold on. I'm scrolling up.
Joey's
Calm down. 2745 Curtin Drive. Opens at 11 o'clock, $20 to park. Going to have chili, hot dogs, brats, wings. Bring a side or bring a small donation. Don't be a dine and dasher.
Chooch. Fabian Bradley. What's up, guys? I'm late. What's up, Fabian? I really shouldn't read this because my wife, she's not feeling good today. She's been on some medicine to feel better, but she said, "Hey, Sam's on that haterade. Go Cards. Louisville wins 24-10. Jesus help me.
I mean, Notre Dame has the best line that Louisville's faced this far, and I think that's where games are won and lost are in the line up
I
front.
think NC State's line is just a little bit better than Notre Dame's. I do. That's just my opinion. It may not be popular. It is what it is. Average Honky says Notre Dame has the best running back Louisville will face this year. I think that we spouted off last show that we are allowing about 60 yards rushing per sorry, that was the one right around 106 yards per game rushing overall over the 5 games. So I don't
109.6.
do I think that this guy gets 109? Probably, but it's not going to be much more, I don't think. Chris Curry, great point. This type of game has Garindo's name all over it. Just a basher, just a penetrator.
Giggity.
Yeah.
That's why his name's not Shawn.
Shawn, what I mean by that is that he's going to pound through the hole and get to the end zone.
Doesn't know what that means either.
That didn't help me out anymore. Fabian says 27-14 cards. I don't hate that. Again, y'all come out to the Collision Course Crew Tailgate. It's behind the old El Nepal. Used to be the Cardinal Hall of Fame Cafe. Join us. I think I'm getting there about 1:00. I'll have to text Wes when we get off here and let him know I want to be there at 1, not leave here at 1. And
you still have my shirt?
Huh?
You still have a shirt for me?
A shirt? No, they haven't passed out the shirts yet.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, are you going to be there tomorrow?
Yeah.
What? Oh my God! We got double trouble tomorrow. So good. We'll have a good. It'll be me and Sam. We'll be the host of the show. Wes will have the.
Depending on how I feel in the morning, I'm going to try to show up for a little bit.
Oh, look, we're about to make it.
It's about to be a party.
It's about to be a party. We're gonna have so many faces on the screen, you won't be able to see the screen.
I'm riding with Sam. Sam, what time are you getting up there?
About 12:45, 12:30, 12:45.
I'll probably just ride with you. Just hit me up before you go.
All right.
All right, we're making plans on the air.
Well, it is what it is.
Aaron,
I live 30 foot from him, and I never seen him. So only for another 25 days, though.
Uneffing believable.
Oh, that's right.
I don't have that button up here with me. Fabian says, "Go Cards! We're winning tomorrow." 27-14. He says. Aaron says 27-24. I like the confidence. I would agree that I think we're going to win, but we got to play one of our Louisville special games where we come out and everything goes right. Sort of like the third quarter of Wake Forest last year, the beginning of Florida in the Sugar Bowl. We've seen the second and third quarter of the Florida State game here, the Louisville special, when we just pull out all the stops and we do what we want. Corey, that is at the Collision Course Crew tailgate. It is right behind the El Nepal that is on the fairgrounds lot. Crittenden Drive. It used to be the Hall of Fame Cafe. It's now El Nepal, half Snappy Tomato, I think. Probably not. Yes, we have to win the turnover margin, but we normally do in the games that we pull off, and that's going to be a huge thing for us.
Here's what I hope doesn't happen is that if we do lose, that Card Nation doesn't lose their mind. Like, it's not the end of the world. It's number 10 Notre Dame, guys.
And that's Joey's belly button that is talking right now.
Yeah, my phone's dying.
Oh, your phone's dying. Okay. And then we had one more special prediction, and it was I asked Brandon Radcliffe, we got a big game tomorrow night. What do you think? Easy money, Cards dominate tomorrow. I like that. I like the but Joey's absolutely right. This is a game we don't have to win. We have to keep it. We can win. We can win it. Awesome. We can lose as long as we keep it close. Awesome. But you start out the first half of the season with one loss, which everybody thought we were going to have two. That's already an improvement. We just need to make sure the team refocuses and doesn't have a letdown at Pitt, because that's going to be a tough environment, and the Cards should be heavily favored in that game.
Yeah, Pitt's offense is atrocious.
It is a sight to see. Average Honky says this game is the difference between a special season and a historic season. Absolutely. I think Coach is going to pull every rabbit out of the hat tomorrow. 35-28 says Wesley Keys. And Aaron Walker says, I want to see at least one flea flicker from us. And I don't doubt that we will see that flea flicker.
I want to see the fake flea flicker. Fake flea flicker.
I want to see the fake nil again. That was pretty awesome.
I'll be back in a second, guys. I'm about to die out, and I got to charge my phone up for a second.
All right, cool. Stay on here. We'll keep it going for a few minutes. Speaking of Brandon Radcliffe, he is our guest next Friday night at 7:00. We'll talk about the Notre Dame game and we'll preview Pittsburgh. Oh, sorry, we'll talk about the Notre Dame win and then we'll preview the Pitt game. There's Joey. He's back. No, he's not. All right. Rapid fire. Let's go to rapid fire. First off, Sam, let's talk about this. Sports betting become live in Kentucky last week. Have you dabbled any yet?
Yes, I have.
Do you regret it yet?
No. My hatred for the Bengals grew because I had everything right. I could have won $200 if Joe Burrow had just given me 2 touchdowns, and he didn't give me anything.
So I want to pull this up because I made a pretty. Now look, I made some safe bets last week. I didn't win any money. I made one. I told myself I got some bonus bets, so I'm gonna play one safe bet and one just whatever can make me the most money. One outlandish bet, and that was on FanDuel. Let me pull this up, and I'll tell you what. If I hit tomorrow, Joey died on us. If I hit tomorrow, we're gonna have to have like a we're gonna have to have some sort of party. Oh, okay, it's not pulling up for. There's Joey's back. Joey's back again. There he is. Okay, there we go. Yes, absolutely, Chris. Great point. Second half of Miami versus Brian.
Love the screen. Great screen.
Joey up 100 so far. Oh, I like the screensaver. I don't know what up 100 means, but I'm up 600. Joey, are you there? No. Barely.
Barely. I could barely hear you.
Yeah, can you hear me?
No.
Barely.
What does the up 100 mean?
He's up 100 on his.
Okay. Got it. Sorry. Aaron Walker wants to know is Lamar's year to win the Super Bowl. So let's go through this. I placed. It's not a far-fetched bet, but I put I had $200 in bonus bets on FanDuel. So here was my bet. If Louisville covers, Jawar Jordan is an anytime touchdown scorer, Jack Plummer throws for 235 yards or more, Sam Hartman throws for over 240 yards, Jack Plummer passes for 2 touchdowns, Sam Hartman passes for 2 touchdowns, Jawar Jordan has 76 yards rushing, scores 2 touchdowns, and Plummer scores 2 touchdowns. My $20 wager will win me $17,501.77. That was my off-the-hook bet. I know all those things aren't going to happen tomorrow. I just thought I'd have a little fun. I have one that's a little bit more realistic. That's Louisville covering, Jawar scoring, Jawar being the first touchdown scorer, Plummer and Hartman being over their passing yardage, and Plummer and Hartman throwing for at least 2 touchdowns each. That $20 bet will net me $2,500. So I don't play around with the little money. I go for big money, or I go for nothing at all.
Can you hear me now?
No, I can hear you, but I cannot hear you.
Can you hear me now?
A little bit.
That's better.
Better. Yeah, I can hear you a little bit louder.
I don't bet on the Louisville games.
There you go. That's much better.
Now you're getting louder as you say stuff.
Well, that's because I got my face closer to the screen here. I don't know what's going on with my laptop, but
I can hear you just fine now.
I have a bet on DraftKings. You talked about outlandish.
Okay.
I'm going to pull it up real quick. I bet on a bunch of underdogs, not Louisville, but if it pays out, it's like a $5 bet. It's like $140,000.
Yeah, I ain't with that yet.
No, but hold on. I'm about to tell you. Let me log in here real quick.
Because I think mine could actually happen. If it's a shootout, I think mine could actually happen.
Hey, mine aren't horrible picks. Oh, it died again. Stupid.
Stupid phone.
Let me see if I can pull it up on here.
Well, really quick, while you're trying to pull that up, the red-white scrimmage is Wednesday at 7 o'clock. You can still get really good tickets to that. I will be there. It should be a good time. They're having an autograph session after the game. Should be a great time. Speaking of autographs, speaking of, of things, special things out in the community, I was supposed to have that queued up and forgot because we started talking about other stuff. Let me go back to that. But today, okay, that's how I can find it quick. Look, I'm just stalling. Y'all are thinking that I'm doing something special. I'm not. I'm stalling. This Sunday, October the 8th at 2 p.m. down at Cherry Pickin', which is Sydney and Nolan's new juice bar. He's going to have a meet and greet, and it's going to be featuring a live question and answer session with our guy, Jeff Litzy Jr.
Litzy Jr.
Is it Litzy? I thought it was Litzy. I've always heard it pronounced. JL will be in the building at 2 o'clock, and that is at Cherry Picking at 828 East Main Street, Suite 102, behind the local seltzery. Should be a good time. And then next week, my in-depth interview with Nolan Smith will be out. And we asked y'all for questions. Y'all gave us some good questions. Asked some of my own. So should be a good time. Let's go back to the chat. Okay. So that's where we are as far as all that's concerned. Rapid fire. Brian Brom's number will be the 28th number added into the Ring of Honor tomorrow night before the big game. Get there early to support Brian. Cards currently have 4 programs in the top 25. Football, men's soccer at 8, volleyball at 6, and field hockey at 5th. Obviously, football's at 25. The volleyball has a huge matchup against Pittsburgh next Friday night at the Yum Center. Get your tickets now. So far, so good, Higgy. Only a couple typos. Mia Ducars, the field hockey, picked up the ACC Defensive Player of the Week and first regular season victory. Okay, so I gave him credit too soon. Picked up the ACC Defensive Player of the Week and first regular season victory over number 7 Virginia. The first victory and first regular season victory over Virginia in school history. I think what Higgy was trying to say, it was the first time we've ever beaten Virginia in school history. Go out and catch them Sunday at noon here in Louisville. Admission is free, and the baseball team is currently touring the Dominican Republic. That should be a good time. Joey, did you pull up what you were gonna?
No, it's not working.
Oh, your phone's not okay. Make sure if you're supporting CardinalSportsZone.com, you also go check out the photo galleries. Jeff right now is on fire with his football photo galleries. TJ does basketball. JK's the baseball guy. They all do great work. We do have a photo gallery tab at CardinalSportsZone.com. We do want to give a shout out to all of our fine sponsors: Fitness Market, 4-Peg Smokehouse, and the Collision Course Crew Tailgaters. And we're working on more. Even though it's late in the season, we're always working on more sponsors. Make sure you get out to all of the home tailgates to see the CCC in action, the Collision Course Crew. They serve up great food and a good time, and don't ask for anything but donations are appreciated. Don't be a chitch and just dine and dash like some people do. Yeah, buddy. If you want to, yeah. All right. If you want to sponsor the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast, Sam, do you know who I'm talking about? Is that why you?
No, I was just no.
Okay. Fair enough. If you want to sponsor the Cardinal Sports Zone,
get it up here.
Huh?
So I might be getting.
Okay.
Sorry, I was talking to myself out loud.
Out loud. If you want to sponsor the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast, just get in touch with me or any of the Cardinal Sports Zone crew, who will get in touch with me after that, and we'll get you taken care of. Right now, we got 4 Fitness Market, 4 Pegs, and Collision Course Crew. We appreciate you guys. Make sure you follow us on all the social medias. Let me go back to the graphic. There we go. They're all the social medias are all underneath Joey and his dope graphic. The ways that you can support us monetarily are underneath me and my half chin instead of Higgy. They call him 2 chins. I mean 2 chains. But that's how you can support us monetarily, is right down here. Let's get this thing rolling. Let's keep these shows coming every week. And maybe I can get people to show up on time for the show. Just kidding. You can find the show, speaking of it, on all the podcast avenues, over 125 in all: Apple, iTunes, Buzzsprout, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn, Google, Amazon, iHeart, just to name a few. Hit follow, hit like, hit subscribe, hit stalk, hit kidnap, whatever you got to do to follow and get the automatic updates for the show whenever they hit. Do that. Tonight's show will be a little bit delayed if you're going to listen to it after the fact, because we did have the issues with the sound. As soon as we get done here, I'll get that uploaded to those podcast avenues. You'll have it to listen to in the morning while you're waiting for our podcast to go. If you haven't listened to all the podcast episodes of the show, go back, check them all out. Go to cardinalsportszone.com, the place it all began. Hit the podcast tab on the drop-down menu and go to CSZ Podcast. And you can also listen to old episodes of Live with 55 there as well. Shout out to everybody out there sharing the podcast. We appreciate and love you guys. Our special weekly shout out to our guys Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage doing the Lord's work every day, every weekday, Monday through Friday, 10 to noon on ESPN 93.9 The Ville. Let's go through this chat.
I got my picks here now. You want them?
I'll ask for them just here in a second. I want to wrap up.
Well, here before I die again.
The Four Pegs chat line. Is it Four Pegs or Fitness Market chat line? Whatever it is, it's the Four Pegs chat line. No, it's a fitness. Stop arguing with me.
Four Pegs mobile mic.
Fitness Market chat line. Wes says the bet he has tomorrow is for Isaac, Jaws, Thrash, HB, and Kuriski to score, and it's a big one. I hope you get that. Average Honky says it's like the old Verizon commercials. Can you hear me now? Yeah, Joey, yeah. Corey Carson loves 55 in the fam. We appreciate you. And Chris Curry says, have you read any of the comments from Cincinnati fans about Sat's play calling after the BYU loss?
No, we lived them for like 4 years. Why read it? We lived it.
We are not going to relive that. Our guy, Brad, who is our friend Lena's husband, is watching, and our friend Lena will be inducted along with Iben Green here in a couple weeks to the U of L Hall of Fame. We're so proud of Iben. We're so proud of Lena. I won't be in town. I wanted to go for Iben. I wanted to go for Lena. I will still be out of town preparing mentally and physically. I'm trying to lose a couple more pounds before the surgery that first week in November. So, I won't be here in town. Maybe, I don't know if you can buy tickets to it. I know I probably would have been able to get in because of the media, but we'll find out. And if you can, we'll promote that on the show next week. Robbie Dull, our guy Robbie, says go Cards, beat Notre Dame. Absolutely. Brian Davis is watching again. My guy, I got to meet him last night at OVW. Great dude. Had a good time there. Speaking of, so I want to talk about wrestlers really quick, and I want to wrap this up because we're heading towards the 2-hour mark, and I don't want it to be that long. If you haven't, last night I went to OVW, and for one of the first times ever, I saw not only a sold-out house, but more than half the people had never been there before. That's the power of Netflix. That's the power of OVW. And it's good to see them getting some shine, getting some love. We need to make it. We need to have a CSZ night at OVW, and us all go out there if we can make it. Great time. Had a lot of fun. We are going to have one of the people who was on the show, wrestlers, will be on the panel tomorrow, and we should have a good time. He's a good dude. He'll be going to the game tomorrow. G-Fed will be in the house, and like I said, you never know who else. I didn't even know Sam and Joey were going to show up, so they're already going to surprise us and show up. No telling who else will show up. Joey, go ahead with your last words. Tell us what your bets were, and give us your last thoughts for tonight.
Well, a $5 bet will pay out $74,358.33.
Woo!
I've got Oklahoma State winning tonight over Kansas State, and currently they are up 10-7. I got Oklahoma beating Texas in the Red River Shootout tomorrow.
Oh, that's gonna happen.
Now there are a couple, and this one's gonna really. I'll save this one for last because it's really gonna surprise y'all. But I've got Missouri over LSU at home tomorrow. Washington State going on the road and beating UCLA. Wyoming winning at home against Fresno State, which Fresno State's ranked right at the very end there with, right around us. I've got Vanderbilt beating Florida.
Hey, you know what? This Florida team,
This is the time for it to happen.
Yes,
right. So,
yes.
But here's the one that's going to really surprise y'all. We've got Maryland.
Oh,
you picked Maryland
for $74,000. Yeah, I picked Maryland.
They're going to be the one,
dude. Like I said, it's a far-fetched one. But for $5, if I can get those teams to all line up, I'll pick Maryland every day.
I'll tell you this though. It's fitting that if all of those come to fruition, out of all the years you've been saying Maryland is trash, they come and screw you on that bet.
No, that would make sense. Hey, Average Honky thinks it too. Maryland going to upset OSU.
I think Joey just did this to give himself another reason
to say Maryland's trash.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it is what it is. Maryland's plus 800 against OSU.
Yeah,
I think it's the highest one. But to win big, you got to bet. You got to pick.
You got to bet
big.
Pick
some, right?
Are they at home or on the road?
Oh, they're going to the shoe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I've got an NFL one too that's going to pay me quite a bit of money, $1,200. So.
Okay, well, if we hit on these tomorrow, we're all going to Chicago for Survivor Series on Warriors.
Oh yeah. If I win $74,000, bruh.
Thank God we ain't got to see that.
We're going to Survivor Series. We're going to Rumble. So it doesn't matter which one CM Punk debuts on. We'll be there.
The question is, which one is Sam gonna cancel on for?
Both.
None.
Okay.
0.
No, he's asleep already. It's 8 o'clock, past 8 o'clock.
None. Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Sam, your last words for tonight, bro.
Maryland still sucks, by the way.
Listen, we get one of these every so often. We've been waiting to see the Louisville of old start to come back, and 5-0 going against a ranked 5-0 Louisville going against a ranked Notre Dame team, and it's so weird to say L&N Cardinal Stadium or however it is.
It's just L&N Stadium. There's no Cardinal anymore.
Really?
Yep, they got the Cardinal out. They got the C out.
Damn. But anyway.
Suspended again.
But anyway, Card Nation, just show up, man. Show up early, show up loud, and let's affect this Notre Dame team from the get-go, and be the 12th man. I know they have that in Texas A&M, but let's make an impact on this game in a positive way for our team, and let's rattle the heck out of Notre Dame, and hopefully we come out there with a win.
Absolutely, and something I don't want to forget because I just saw it go across my Twitter timeline. Josh Hurd is every home game.
Yes,
he tweets out directions on where he's going to be. They go for a jog, a walk, whatever. Go out there because I think Peyton's going to be there tomorrow. I think Reggie Bonbon's going to walk with them tomorrow.
Peyton was there last week too.
Gotcha. You got Corey Carson. You'll be at the walk tomorrow, Corey, or you're going to be at the tailgate?
Or the game, or all of them.
All of them. You better say all of them.
Average Hockey says that we are 3-2 all time when ranked Louisville is facing a ranked opponent at home. Those 2 losses are from Shatterfield.
That makes sense.
It does make sense. So, but yeah, support Josh Hurd, support that whole effort. That's a really cool thing they're doing with the fans. Sunday, they're doing another flyby. Those things have been really cool to watch unfold. Corey will be at the game tomorrow. On social media, they did one this last week where they hid Curtis Williams Jr. on campus and made the students go search for him to win that box full of goodies. Support them. They're trying to do Corey, and Corey said the tailgate, all of the above.
All right, the above, the game and tailgating.
Make sure you come up to us and say hi, holler at us. We're gonna have a good time tomorrow. My last words again: be at the Collision Course Crew tailgate tomorrow for the Notre Dame game. They're starting at 11 a.m. It's in the lot right behind the old Cardinal Hall of Fame Cafe. It is now at El Nepal in a in a Heine Brothers coffee, probably. I'm not sure what the other one is. In a Whataburger, Joey says, inadvertently. So Higgy will probably run.
Yeah,
No,
Higgy
That's
will
a
fly
W
over.
no, that's a W for woman.
okay,
Oh, okay.
I like it. I don't hate that at all. But be there. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna party all day. It's fun. You'll never want to not come again after you show up tomorrow. They're gonna show the game there. If you can't find a ticket, DM me for ways to find cheaper tickets. I'll help you out. I'm at Jeremy_CSZ. Joey is at Joe Wahman 526, and Sam is at I read messages but don't respond right away. Oh no, that's not his Twitter. What is your Twitter, Sam?
Man, I don't even know.
Baseboy124. It's sad. I know it.
Dude.
Again, we'll have G-Fed in the building. That's the guy that went viral for showing up to all the stadiums and getting on the field without any problems. Just walks in. Me and Joe used to walk into Cardinal Stadium. Well, we had one of the players with us. No, Dalton's not going to be there.
Hey, Dalton.
I think the Cards are going
Hey
to have
guys.
Notre Dame wins by 72 points. The Cards don't get 115 sacks like they should. And, yeah, that's it. Okay, Don Wallman Jr. Shout out to Dad. No, my dad was just one of those guys. He thought, like, if we weren't scoring on every play, he just didn't understand. Not that he would think we suck, but he just didn't understand why we couldn't score. But then again, he did get kind of spoiled with the Chris Redmond offense for the 4 years that I was around. So I give him that slack. But
and the early Bobby Petrino offense too.
Yeah. Well, Joey's actually doing G-Fed right now. He's on the field at L&N Stadium.
I have one career tackle at this stadium.
And who did you tackle?
I ask Wes Brown tomorrow out of nowhere. It was a tackle out of nowhere.
It really was.
Blasted him, Goldberged him on the 30-yard line.
I was going to say 40, so we were close. We'll split the difference. We'll say
I just made up a yardage. To be honest.
Does the field feel different? Is it ready for tomorrow?
Well, as you can see, I'm actually not on the field. Up in the end zone here. If I was on the field, that means I'm really, really big, and I should be playing for Louisville because nobody would get past me. I am the offensive line. But it looks good. Looks good.
I think we have the best center logo in college football.
I agree. Steve Rummage says, I'm so ready. Okay.
He didn't say anything about me?
No, he said this on Twitter. He probably wasn't even talking about the show, but that he just
he didn't know I was on here, or he would have.
No, I told him earlier you would be here.
He forgot.
Probably. Again, we got Nolan Smith coming up this week. Exclusive interview with him. That'll be a good time. Trying to get him to do it live. I don't know that will happen, but we'll see. And again, Brandon Radcliffe next week. He will be live on the show with us. We're gonna have a good time. I will. Why is this not coming on? Come on, dude. Really? This is live TV, pal. No, I want to play the song. You idiot. Okay.
My head is as wide as the goalpost.
Thanks, Joey. I appreciate you stalling for me. There we go. I had to do it with the phone this time. Oh, that's the intro. It says outro. Okay. All right. Thanks again for all the support. We love you all. We appreciate you all. Until next time, this has been the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast. Jeremy, cue up the new fire outro video. Let's see. Here we go. This has been the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast.